Sai Ram. I should not obstruct Swami's vision because Swami will come and tell me you're obstructing me when you're talking. Sai Shura. So now, when in the last episode I told you about visions and messages, what I get, and yes, but only few people can understand what is this message, and there are plenty of people who will ask, "Oh, Swami is giving a message for me through you. Why this? Why am media? Swami can come to me and tell me, no." So I said, "See, I don't." So that's the reason I've stopped telling anybody any messages which I get, through Swami. That's the reason I started writing in that book. So I need not, disobey Swami. And I write Swami, they don't like me. And I tell Swami, please don't give any messages for these people. So many people are there. Don't give messages for those people, because even if I call them and tell them it is good, they are very happy. If I'm warning, it's like a warning signal from Swami, or Swami says don't do that, they don't like it. That's the reason I told you there's a lot of difference between a bhakta and admirer and devoted person. Anyways, now we'll come back to Premila's. So if I have to talk something about somebody, I think I have got the real privilege to talk about Premila, because she's a Swami devotee. And she abide by Swami, she go by Swami, she listen to Swami, and I have to here, when I talk about the messages, I have to tell you one incident which happened a few years ago when I was in Raikote. So the practice was that whenever I go to Bangalore to buy my groceries, those days I told you there was no DMart at Hosur. So the cab guy will come from Hosur to Raikote 1.5 hours, and from there again we have to pass through Hosur to go to Bangalore to buy my groceries. So that's the reason I used to stock up for 6 months. So who will go again and again, right? So my husband has to babysit my dogs there. By the time I'll go finish and come back. So whenever I go to Bangalore, it was a habit that I go and meet Pramila, because my work was very closer to her place. So obviously it was a practice that I should meet her and go. And there are times Swami has told me several times whenever I wanted to go, without even telling you, anyway I have come all the way, let me go and see her. Normally I call her, but there are times when I think, oh, let me go and see her. But Swami used to stop me. Swami says, don't go today. And when I called her and asked her, there must be some reason for which Swami had told that only me and Pramila can understand. So let us stop that topic there and let us continue with this. So normally Swami will ask me, Pramila ta peshi konja naal aache, Pramila peshi, like that. And there are certain times, I used to call her and talk. We used to talk for hours and then we'll finish talk. And this practice of going and meeting her while I'm visiting Bangalore for my groceries was pakka. So once like that, I was planning to go to Bangalore. So I just called her on her mobile, and the mobile was ringing and nobody was picking it up. So I went to the landline. So her husband, Mr. Pillai, picked up, and he told me the news that she had a pain or something like that. She developed a pain and she has undergone skull surgery, and she's recouping, and she cannot get up from the bed, and the head is bandaged after shaving up. So like that, he told me, and he told, I will definitely convey the message that you had called, but I had something to tell her. But see how Swami prevents you if the time is not ripe to talk about that. Well, after that, 2 months passed away. I don't know exactly when it was. I must not talk anything wrong in front of Swami, because not only in front of Swami, nowhere I should not talk wrong. So, in fact, so again, I just called. That time she picked up the phone, mobile, and she said, yes, Radhika, you come over, no problem, I'm perfectly alright now, but I am not the old Pramila. I have the same big bottu and vibhuti and all, but my hair is all shaven and it's all coming like small, kuchi, it's coming up, that's all. So I said, okay, I'm meeting Pramila and not the hair. So I just proceeded to go to Bangalore. But what made me call Pramila, at that time I never had any buying or anything in that place, because previously 6 months ago I had already bought all my groceries and I don't have any work there. But the message I got from Swami made me call her and say, can I come and meet you? Because Swami came to my dream and told me Pramila was going, but I have stopped her from going. So this was really, eating me up, and so I wanted to meet her. But I did not convey this to her. So I took a cab again. Uh, and my husband also told, now only you went and came, no, 6 months, only you go once in 6 months. Why are you going again? I said, no, I have to go, I have to go. So I went just exclusively to see Pramila. So I went there, she opened the door and came, as usual, the white smile and happy smile, and with usual big puttu and everything, and only thing is the hairs, like I said, small hairs are coming up. And as soon as I went, I just hugged her and started crying. And she told me, why are you crying, Radhike? I am perfectly all right now by Swami's grace. Why are you crying? And she said, I will tell you something. I said, before you tell something, I want to tell you something. So she said, let us go inside. I said, yeah, let us go inside. I started crying. I said, 2 months ago, after your surgery, Swami told me, Pramila was going, but I have stopped her from going. She said, oh my God, yes, Radhike. After surgery, I was brought home and everything was perfectly all right. Suddenly, from both the ears, that oozing started. And when we called up the doctor said, rush her immediately. It's very fatal. Rush her immediately. And they had to open the skull again and get her operated for that, whatever problem may be. So these are the ways Swami give you messages. And to understand a message, and like Swami says, you must be mature enough to understand that. You must be mature enough. Like I told you, um, years ago, when Swami told me in my dream, your property, Bangalore, your property is going to get sold. Be prepared. I said, Swami, I'm having a good business here as boarding, more of boarding, less of breeding, and I'm very happy in this rustic house. Quiet, calm atmosphere with lot of nature around. I have created nature. It was a layout, but I had created nature around. So many mango trees, chiku trees, like you name it, we had it. In a small place of 5,000 square feet and a huge house, massive hall. I said, Swami, but Swami said, no, it's going to get sold. In the same way, Swami told me when I went to Raikota, Swami said, 5 years you're going to be here, but this 5 years is going to be a struggle. So when Swami says struggle, we cannot find definition for that. Only when somebody goes through that, they'll understand what was the struggle Swami meant. I struggled. Even though I had no water issues, everything was okay. I was enjoying the place. A lot of birds were coming. I enjoyed so much. And quarter acre, I had cultivated all my vegetables and fruits for my home needs. Excess were there. And I used to send it to the senior home where my husband is doing service, you know. But farmer ladies were there, so I felt a little upset, and it happened. See, if you abide by Swami, that's what I always say, don't call yourself as a devotee. Let Swami tell. Swami says, let me tell that you're a devotee. Before I say something, why are you creating a big designation for you as I'm a Swami devotee? How can we say that? We can never say that. As I told you, when I told Swami, I am your Bhakti Swami, don't let me know. Swami said, you're not my Bhakti, you are my devotee. Because you're so devoted to because whatever Swami says, see, for other people it may look negative. Whatever Swami says is negative. That's what everybody says. No, whenever I used to call somebody and say something, messages, they used to say, oh, all negative messages coming from Swami. I said, no, it's not like that. It's like, when a child is having an issue in the stomach or whatever it is, a child is fascinated by a chocolate or a eatable, the mother protects and prevents the child from eating that. to prevent the further damage, you know. So mothers, see, the same mother would have given the same chocolate or some good sweet to the child when the child was okay. But when the child is going through some kind of problem in the life or in the stomach or whatever it is, you know, the mother says, don't. So if the child is intelligent enough, will understand the don't, no, not possible, forget it, all these kind of small messages from Swami are all just a warning signal for us to prevent us from further damage. That only a true Swami devotee can understand. So when I met Pramila, I told her, like, we were hugging each other and we are really crying, you know. So see how Swami, it was true. She said if we had not reached the correct time, I don't know what would have happened, because it's a huge technical problem. I don't know how to describe it, and it's not fair to describe it on the channel. So see how Swami said, so Pramila was going, but I have stopped her from going. So I tell you, he's a man of miracles. Now again, I will talk in the next episode. Sai.